Hey everyone, and today we are off to the fourth topic of the video series, and that is formulas. Let's get introduced to the formulas today. And we are done with navigation selection, and we are done with the introduction part, and we are done with the what else we are done with. Please comment it down. And we are moving on to the formulas part now. Formulas that we use in Excel is mostly used for R analysis, and it makes our life more easy, right? So formulas, and how do we use formulas in general life? If you have to sum two values, what do we do? That is, if you have to sum 3 plus 4, how do we write it? We write it as 3 plus 4. Will that work in Excel? Not really, because there's a particular syntax that needs to be used for Excel in order to execute our formulas, right? So that particular syntax is what we are going to learn today, and how do we execute the formulas in Excel is what we are up to today. Okay, so let's use the same shopping list that we created in the last video and perform these formulas, perform certain operations on this particular data, right? Now that what do you understand by formula? Formula is certain kind of operation that we do on few numericals or alphabets to get our result, right? So how do we perform certain operation? Let's take B12 cell, and please watch precisely. We are writing our first formula. Is equal to is how we start our formula. Okay, some random 156 plus 121, press enter. This is our first formula that we have executed in Excel, right? So is equal to is our beginning expression. After that, whatever we write is considered as the parameter that we are going to give the particular formula to take and give the desired output. Now that we have learned with how to deal with numericals, we can go as this. Let's do few more. Is equal to 12 minus 6, 6 is equal to minus 150 plus 130 minus 20 is equal to 15 into 3, 45. So this is how we do it. And for division, how do we do it? 24 divided by 2, 12. So these are the operations that we have performed on particular series of numbers. Now let's move on to how do we write formulas using the cells, right? So we have 68 and 89 in these two cells, that is in H9 and in H10. How do we sum up those two? If I want to sum up those two values over here, how do I do that? So let's take the same thing again. Is equal to, what is this cell number? H9. Yes, H9 is selected. What are we going to perform on it? Plus, that is addition, and select H10. Yes, now that we have selected both H9 and H10, press enter. Yes, the sum of these two values is 157, and you can see the same formula over here. Is equal to H9 plus H10, that is going to sum up as 157. Okay, similarly what you can do minus as well. 78 minus 44, 34. Similar to these, you can perform all the other operations in a similar manner with respect to our particular necessary. Okay, and moving on to few default operations that Excel provides us. Like, what are the most common operations that we do in our daily life? That can be sum, average, minimum, maximum, count, right? So how do we use those functions? So if I want to sum all of this price column, all of this quantity column, how do I do that? See, is equal to sum, open brace, here is asking for number 1 and number 2, right? So let's not perform on the column first. Let's perform as an individual thing. Is equal to sum open brace 35 plus 25 close, enter, boom, and the answer is here. You can see the same in the formula section. Okay, this is how you perform individual addition operation using sum function in Excel. And if you want other function as well, I can show you count. In order to count particular number of items in a particular series, what you need to do, if in case I need the count of all these items in this particular column, what do I do this? Let's see. Is equal to count. If you want to just auto do it by Excel, you can hit on tab once it is highlighted and it will be there. Okay, value 1, you can select this, comma, value 2, you can select this, comma, 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 you can select this, and close, hit enter. So we have a count of 8 from particular G9 to G16. So this is a hectic task. You might be thinking of it, not really, but not every time you do it this way. How do we do that then? Let's see. Is equal to count, tab again, you click and drag until the last particular item in the column. Yes, you close it and hit enter. It's the same number, boom, it's the same number that has been denoted, but the effort has been reduced by at least 70%, right? So this is how you do the count part. Okay, and average, minimum, maximum, and all these three you can try it from your end. So it is easy, it is pretty much easy. All of these three you try it from your end and see and how these functions work. See, nothing very complicated. Average, similarly select all of this, enter. 3.5 is the average. And how do we do the minimum maximum? Let's do minimum first. Select all of this range, close the brace. 44 is the minimum value among all of these values in this particular column. Let's do maximum. Select again, close the parenthesis. 89 is the maximum number among the following items in this particular series. So it is as simple as that. Try few things from your end and see how the things go up. Okay, there's one small shortcut for this particular sum. So let's sum up all of these particular values over here. So it is alt plus equal to. You need to press alt and equal to same time if it is in Windows. If it is in Mac, you can press Control Shift, that is Command Shift and T. See, it will automatically detect the range of this particular column, and the sum is automatically shown up over here. And I would like to show one more easy trick or shortcut, you may say. You can copy the formula to the next particular cell by using drag. So now that we have got the sum of all of these particular column items over here, if I want to sum up all of these particular items in this particular column, what can I do? Instead of writing the formula again, now that we have the formula for this particular cell, we can you see the dot over here, right? You can click on it and drag towards right and see, boom, sum of H9 to H16. you see it in the formula. This is the most handy trick or handy handy shortcut in this Excel. So it will be save you a lot of effort. Okay, what do we what did we learn today? We have learned how to write formulas, what is a formula, how to write a formula using numericals, how to write formula using cells, and how to perform operations such as sum, average, count, min, max on certain range, or individually writing the cells in the parameters. And we have learned about the AutoSum shortcut. How do we use the AutoSum shortcut and drag towards another cell and perform the operation again? All of this you have learned in today's thing. Okay, you might have got the basic understanding of what is the formula and how do we use the formula in Excel, right? So perform few operations from your end once you go home, and please do mention your doubts in the comment section. I will be happy to help you out, and if you have any doubt with regards to any of our previous videos also, you can mention it. I will be able to respond you on the particular doubt as well. Don't miss out on practice. Please practice, and if you have any doubt, come back with the doubts tomorrow. I'll be able to help you. Thank you, and that's it for today. Bye.